Hello Pisces, welcome to Daily Focus Tarot. Let me know if you like me shuffling on camera or not. Or if you like this sort of setup, doing experimentations with the setup. That is too many cards. Okay, give me some advice for Pisces. The World. Okay. And the bottom of the deck, the Knight of Cups. So movement forwards and offering, taking action in a creative way towards self-love, towards a new beginning. So the World, there is, an accomplishment. This is being at the right place at the right time, but it's also having the balance of the elements. So having the balance of the mental, the emotional, the physical, and the spiritual, and integrating them and using them to achieve that completion, to achieve that that union of the inner and outer life, that integration. You have the knowledge of what's good and what's bad in your life and what is kind of neutral, and you're needing to expand that to help you achieve this. You're needing to expand that to help you achieve this. I hope that made sense. So we've got the Sun, the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. Nines are almost the ending of a cycle, but not quite. The Sun is talking about your creativity, your growth, coming out of this darkness of this fear and anxiety and back into the light, back into your happiness, back into your creativity, back into growth in your life, emotional satisfaction, getting your Zen back, feeling like you've accomplished what it is that you needed to accomplish. The Queen of Swords, get a higher perspective and nurture that perspective. Nurture the perspective of looking at things that leave you fearful, that leave you anxious, and looking at them from the perspective of somebody who is not emotionally involved, not mentally involved. They don't have any stake in the situation. Looking at it from that perspective, and what would that person do? What boundaries would that person set? What cords would they cut? What would they cut out of their life? So if you've got like a negative inner critic, and this negative inner critic is constantly telling you, you're stupid, you're fat, you're lazy, you're never going to amount to anything, whether it's a replay of, it's an actual voice of somebody who told you those things, or any other sort of negative thing from your childhood or from your past, a past, like a domestic abuse situation or anything like that, or it's your own mental inner critic that's judging you, you can cut that out of your life. You can just say, stop, shut up, don't pay attention to it. And that's going to help you move forward. So this, when you're looking at getting your Zen back from these fears and anxieties, whatever boundaries you need to set, whatever you need to cut out of your life in regards to your thinking, you're coming up with this plan to get away from this negativity, from these negative people, these negative thoughts, things that appeared one way but were actually something entirely different. you're looking at your self-care, you're looking at getting yourself into balance again, really working on pulling together the different aspects of yourself and the different aspects of your life so that they're more harmonious, they're more in balance. And you're going to have a celebration, but there's a juggling act. So you're going to have this celebration. You might need to ask for help from other people with this Three of Cups. This is something destined that it's going to change, but you might need to ask for help from some friends, from some community members. With this Two of Pentacles here, what are you able to... You need to finish something emotionally. So what you've been juggling, you need to finish it emotionally. You need to get rid of any sort of blocks in regards to your health and physical things, and that will help you figure this out emotionally. Manage your time, manage your values, make sure your values are in alignment with your time. So this adaptability and this change, have a playful attitude towards it. Be mindful of what you let in terms of your thinking, in terms of your emotions. Be mindful of what you're watching, what you're listening to. Listen to supportive stuff. I don't normally listen to pop music, but when I was really kind of down on myself, a friend made a playlist that had a lot of upbeat pop music that was like, I can overcome this, I've made it, I mean, there was just a lot of I can do this type music on there, and I listened to it as I was walking, and it actually kind of, because there's music and our brains are attuned to rhythms, they're attuned to patterns, it does actually help. So be mindful that you're not listening to music like My Life Sucks and Everybody's Against Me type music, or music that's, spouting hatred, or that's very negative, very woe is me, tearing the beer type, songs and music. Be mindful of what you're inputting into your brain, into your soul, into your body. And if you start listening to the positive stuff, start reading the positive stuff. I'm not saying you have to be all Pollyanna or, be unrealistic in it. I'm saying that it does have an effect on us. Everything has an effect on us. Sometimes it's a little more subtle than you think. So be mindful of what's going in, because you want this wheel to turn in your favor. You want it to turn away from these fears and anxieties, and back towards the sun, back towards your happiness, your growth, your zen, your emotional satisfaction, where you feel like you're happy, you can celebrate again. I hope that made sense. Have a great Friday. See you tomorrow. Bye.